Today is March 29th, 2020, and it's been about 2 weeks since the COVID-19 crisis really started to impact us here in Canada. We've suffered some serious losses as a business and have made some major changes, but with all that considered, I've been okay for the most part. That seems to be the answer I get from a lot of people right now when I ask how they're holding up. I'm all right, or I'm doing okay. It's interesting because in our society, when someone asks how you're doing, the default answer is almost always, good, how are you? And if someone says something like, I'm okay, or, well, I'm all right, then it usually means they're actually hurting. Right now, when I say I'm okay, I'm fairly certain that I mean it. I'm not doing great, and I'm not doing terrible either, but I'm doing okay. I will say it is taking a lot more effort than usual to maintain that baseline. Right now, I'm listening to a guided meditation. This is only the second one I've done with my eyes open, which I never really thought would work for me. But this 15-minute session was actually really helpful. Before I started, I was feeling quite a bit of anxiety, and my heart was racing, and I couldn't focus on anything. But this helped a lot. It's a bit of a tricky time right now in the world to be a marketing professional or any sort of vocal personality, I think. And while I understand that I could easily just shut up and wait for this to pass and then pick back up once it's over, I don't really want to. It's not that I think people need to hear from me, but this is what I do, and it's part of how I shape my own thoughts and ideas, and I receive a lot of great feedback from the people who do check my videos out, and that helps further shape those thoughts and ideas. So here we are. Like many people, I've been doing a lot of FaceTiming with friends lately to try to make up for some of that human contact that we all miss and need so much. And most of the conversations revolve almost entirely around what's happening in the world right now. And of course, and for the most part, I've found those conversations to be very healthy. One common theme and through line that I've found for a lot of people, and these are mostly people who are very privileged, whether financially or in terms of health or both, but one through line has been that one of the most uncomfortable or unfamiliar aspects of all of this for a lot of people is the degree of uncertainty around all of this. Like, how long is this going to last? When will we get back to normal? What will the new normal look like? Or perhaps even more existential questions like, was our normal all that normal to begin with? Or was that actually the best way of doing things? And I'm totally in that same camp. The uncertainty has been difficult to deal with and continues to be difficult to deal with on a number of levels. And I don't suppose to have any answers, but I would like to share a few of the things that I've been doing to keep my mind and my body busy to try to make the most of this time and my current situation. So I've definitely been doing a lot of meditation. You saw me meditating at the start of this video, and I've also been doing a lot of exercise, a little bit of stretching, but mostly running. And getting out for runs has helped me to clear my mind, to relieve some stress, and it's also helped to tucker me out so that I can get a much better sleep at night, which has been huge. Another thing that's been really helpful has been doing a lot of planning / goal and mission setting for the future, and not goals like I want to make $1 million or I want to grow my company to XYZ, but more so planning and goal setting around what things I want out of life. And I think that a lot of people have found themselves in this mindset right now because this whole situation has put a microscope on so many different aspects of our lives. So I've been doing a lot of thinking, reflecting, and journaling on some of those things. So if I flip this open here, my kind of cheesy headline that I have here is Design a Better Life. So I've done a lot of thinking and writing on things such as my mental and physical health, my relationship with work, my relationships with friends and family, my relationship with my use of time, my personal finances, my spaces, like this physical space, this office here, once I can get back to normal, what I can do with this space to make it the best possible space it can be that'll make me feel the best I can possibly feel. I have no money to spend on improving the space right now, but I've been doing some little things, taking some measurements, giving some thought as to what I'd like to have in here, and that's been quite therapeutic to do that. I've also started to put together a little bit of a wish list, so to speak, of different things that I'd like to either buy or do once things hopefully get back to some degree of normalcy. And many of these things are things that I had grown accustomed to as being normal, but really they're luxuries. So buying new clothes or going on a trip or buying a nice bottle of scotch or what have you. And I feel like I had gotten a lot too comfortable just kind of clicking and buying and ordering those things whenever I had an itch for them. But now that I'm not spending really any money, those are just going on my wish list. And in the future, hopefully I can be a lot more mindful of when I allow myself to indulge in one of those things that truly is and should be a luxury, not an expectation. I know that social media and the internet right now is flooded with all kinds of suggestions on how you can spend your time. And there's some people telling you to go out there and double down, triple down, and control what you can. And there's some people saying, hey, like it's not all about being productive, sit back, relax. And there's all kinds of different voices telling us what we should or what we shouldn't be doing. I personally am someone who puts a lot of pressure on themselves to be productive and to always be doing the most that they can. And right now, I'm just trying to strike the best balance I can of trying to maintain some degree of productivity, trying to use this time to pick up some new skills, trying to do some planning that I otherwise wouldn't have had the time to do, trying to do some deep thinking on a personal level or about the business, but also finding time to call friends, to make sure I'm maintaining my mental health, because obviously that precedes everything. So yeah, things are tough right now. Things are tough for all of us, and yes, there is a lot of uncertainty right now, and none of us knows when things are going to get back to normal or what that normal will look like. That said, I do personally maintain a lot of faith in the human race and the fact that we will get past this with time and with collective effort and resilience. So I really hope that everyone is doing their best to try to stop the spread of this thing. And I want to send out a lot of good energy and love and wishing you all health and safety. And yeah, for now, I'm doing okay. But man, I miss hugs.